We got that Poppa thing. We got that Poppa thing. We got that Poppa thing.
Here we are.
Yes, let's do it.
Let's get it started.
We got that Poppa thing. We got that Poppa thing. We got that Poppa thing. We got that Poppa thing.
Greetings, welcome to the Poppa Pank podcast. I am Jaylee Parkland. This is my friend and my co-host.
Justin Jane.
There's a lot of gray in the world. We think it needs a little more pink. Love Poppa Pank. We are fully based on actors and all things types of culture to destroy forward ever present variety podcast. You are listening to our theme song, composed by Jordan King, member of the band Illusions. We welcome you, Pank Poppers, both old and new. Please rate us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts. We appreciate y'all. And with that, let's go on ahead and get it started.
Yes, movie night. It's movie night. Movie night. It's movie night. It's not really movie night, but that is just one of the many fun lines from Albie's Elevator, premiering on WHYY and PBS Kids this summer. The show has ton of pizzazz. That's one of the other words that I say. Pizzazz. Just like my new Pank hair.
Boy,
So-
and he literally got a Poppa Pank, y'all.
in my hair. It is dyed pink for 12th night at the Wilma. I will talk about that later. But Albie's Elevator features both Jaylene and I. That's right. Both of your favorites got cast in the same TV show together. And the wild thing is that neither of us knew the other one was auditioning for it, but somehow we got it. Jaylene, how did we find out that we were in the same show together?
Okay, so I made sure I looked back to figure out exactly. It was March 2nd, 2022. And we were literally in our rehearsal for a Poppa Pank episode, y'all. We were in the stream yard rehearsing. And I was like, I had just recently booked the role. And so I was like, all right, I'm going to tell Justin today because I hadn't been talking about it with anybody. So I was like, Justin is my good friend. Let me tell him about this amazing thing that happened. And I'm explaining it to him. And then he's like, I booked the same show. And I was like, what? You're lying. Because Justin likes to lie and prank. But he was telling the truth. And literally a few minutes later, while we were in that same rehearsal, the producer and creator and one of the writers, Caitlin Corkery, who we love, emailed us to let us know. She emailed each of us to let us know that she was looking on Instagram and just found out about our Poppa Pank project and just wanted to let us know that the other one was also cast in the show. So it was just amazing and incredible.
Yep. And lo and behold, we filmed the pilot episode that summer and the first season in the fall of 2022. So in this special behind the scenes episode, we are going to give you an insider peek into the process, some of the memories we have from it, and the joys of everything Albie's Elevator. In this episode, we will also be talking about Pride, woo woo, the Tony Awards, and of course, what's been tickling us, Pank.
And if you missed our last episode, make sure you check it out because we had a time with Barrymore award-winning actress Jessica Johnson.
JJ.
Yes, we had so many J's. We had 3 J's on the episode and 2 JJs. Really 3 because they used to call me JJ when I was little. But anyway, Jessica talked about her career, about being a queer actress in Philly. She dropped some gems and we played some games. We even debuted a new game called I Know You Effing Lying. And it was fun. If you missed it, catch the replay on our YouTube or our Facebook page. I am so proud of that episode.
Speaking of proud, let's get this Pride party started and toast with some Poppa drinks.
Woo! Get your glass so we can clank.
It's time for that Poppa drink.
Poppa drink.
Poppa drink.
Poppa drink.
Poppa drink and cheers. And cheers. Arriba, abajo, a centro, pa dentro, jingle masakara, mabuhay, wello. Okay, Pank Papas, what are you drinking and why? Let us know in the chat. And while you're letting us know, Jaylene, what are you drinking?
It's just a little orange. Is it orange? What is it? Orange pineapple mango juice, you know? It may or may not have any spirits in it, but there's lots of spirit in me. So
that makes me proud.
cheers.
Just like pride. So one of my go-to party drinks when the guys and I are hitting the bars is a gin and tonic. And since it is Pride, I am celebrating all of them with my very own here and toasting to everyone out there living proudly and joyously in your light. Keep
Yes.
shining, shine bright like a diamond.
I love it. Let's see what our Pank Poppers are drinking. Yep. Okay. Awesome. So this brings us to our next segment, Pank News. This is where we talk about anything we're vibing on this week in arts and culture. This could be anything from a theater show that we've seen to pop culture events and visual arts. So what are we talking about today, Jessen?
Okay, well, I just mentioned it, but I can't say it enough. It is Pride Month. And what I love about Pride Month is that it's truly a time for everybody. Yes, it is like gay Christmas, but yes, it is about uplifting the LGBTQIA plus community and visibility. But truly, at its core, it is about celebrating all people and joyously owning that which makes us different. For some people, that means more glitter and more clothing expression and more body positivity, but it can also mean just taking the time for yourself to embrace that little part of you that makes you feel different or weird or outside of the box. But above all, it is about love, 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 and more love for yourself, for other people, for living this wild and short life we all have. Pride was just celebrated here in Philly the first weekend of June, and it was glorious. So here's my news. There is a beloved bar called Frankie Bradley's, and on Pride, they expanded their space and debuted it, and it includes multi-level bars. There's like a speakeasy, there's multiple dance floors. I had the pleasure of getting a VIP pass, and this may be one of my new favorite gay bars in the city, or just bars in the city in general. It's just floors and floors. It's almost like getting lost in this like wonderful, fabulous labyrinth. Yes, question from the front row.
Yes. So wait, it's in the same space that Frankie Bradley is currently in?
Yeah, so Frankie Bradley's has been a bar in Philly for a long time. It was formerly Sisters, and that bar was just like a downstairs bar and an upstairs dance floor, but they bought the whole building next to them and renovated it. So there's and now it's like 3 floors. So there's like at least I would say 4 bars that I counted when I was in there, or 5. And then there were at least 2 dance floors. There was like a cabaret space where the drag show was happening, which was fantastic. And yeah, it was packed with all kinds of people from all walks of life. And I really love that. And Jaylene, I really want to go with you because it's really fun. I mean, it's always been fun there. But when I saw...
No, I was saying I've been there when my first party back from COVID, we went to Frankie Bradley's and we were dancing upstairs. And it was a great time. So I'm really excited that they have more dance floors, more bars. We must go.
They had like so there was like a room where I was dancing to Beyonce and like pop songs. That was fun. And then there was like a house room, and then there was like a hip hop room. There's like all kinds of DJs. And you know, they might have been putting the icing on for Pride, but who cares? It was still awesome. And I saw your buddy Cookie Diorio there, who I saw you perform with at Late Night Snacks back when we talked about our Fringe episode.
Yes.
But anyway, my news is happy Pride to you out there, Pank Papas. Happy Pride to you, Jaylene. I'm proud to be your friend and of all the accomplishments that you've made and those to come. So, for anybody listening to the podcast, I'm wearing my glitteriest glitter with my Pank hair and my painted nails and my pink shirt. So, what Pank news do you have for us?
Yes, happy Pride to you as well. And if you are listening, I am also wearing my glittery, shiny shirt. And for those watching, it's possible that I'm not wearing that at all because I could not find it. But just imagine that I have on my glittery pink shiny shirt. So that's that. But what we're talking about, what I'm talking about in Pank News, and really the Pride celebration continues into this Pank News because this is Tony Award weekend. Okay, the Tonys come on Sunday at 8, June 11th, and you know Philly is representing this year because James Imes, friend of the pod, first ever guest on Poppa Pank, and dear friend of ours, is nominated for a Tony Award. In fact, his Broadway play, Fat Ham, is nominated for 5, count them, 5 Tony Awards, including Best Play. So, Fat Ham first premiered as a digital production by the Wilma Theater, where we are company members, and that production won the Pulitzer. It then went on to a sold-out multiple extension run at the Public Theater in New York City, and it has recently been extended to July 2nd on Broadway. Because the Wilma is one of the producers for the Broadway show, it is the first Philly theater to be nominated for a Tony Award. We will definitely be tuned in on Sunday, June 11th at 8 p.m. That is some Pank news right there.
Yes, and if you want to come see a watch party at the Wilma, I think that's open to friends of the Wilma. It's going to be in the lobby. They're going to be screening the Tony Awards in the Good Karma Cafe.
Are you going?
What?
Are you going?
I don't know yet. I'm already going to be at the theater, so we'll see.
Oh, okay, because I meant to ask you if it was going or not. Okay. All right. So,
well, there's so much to talk about, and this joyful news is tickling my spirit. Which brings us to our next segment.
Tickles Pank. Now, that is where we usually talk about something that has recently been giving us joy and is a bit of a catch up for Justin and I. So, Justin, let us know what else is tickling you, Pank.
Well, speaking of Fat Ham, I finally saw it. And it was glorious.
Yeah.
You know, I missed that public version because, of course, I was in a show and then it was also sold out. But I did see the filmed version from the Wilma, and in both versions, the story, the acting, the surprises and twists and turns of this modern day take on Hamlet went above and beyond my expectations. It was wonderful to experience the play again with a totally different medium, because in the film version, of course, you can like be in the cookout and like see it in the background and then like be pulled with other characters. And then on stage, of course, you have to be in one setting. But I was floored by both and really particularly struck by the Broadway production. I was crying throughout, both from the play and being so proud of James Imes. He is a forever friend of both Jaylene and I, and has been repeated guest on the show, as Jaylene said, and we both have been in his plays. So the personal connection to the playwright was loud and clear the whole time. And then afterward, I went to the drama bookshop. And in fact, a lot of the audience members went from the theater to the drama bookshop just a couple blocks away. And I was again really proud to see people flocking. They were just flocking to James's section to find his plays. Yeah. And most of them are not there. There's like a Ms. Martha copy and like a Moon Man Walk copy, which Jaylene was in. Both of those. And yeah, I'm just so excited because the book version was released this past weekend, and I hope everyone listening goes and gets their copies today. If you want yours autographed by Pulitzer-winning playwright, just talk to Jaylene and I. We can get that for you. That's
going to be our next side hustle.
That's our side hustle. Yeah, there's a little upcharge, but you know, Poppa Pank. Also, Fat Ham did extend on Broadway until July 2nd, as Jaylene said. So don't miss it. It's a limited engagement. And then on the side, I also just want to shout out the Filipino fast food chain, Jollibee. Have you had Jollibee?
No.
Jollibee, Jollibee, which is a block from the theater where Fat Ham was playing. And we went before, and my gosh, it's fried chicken. It's mostly like a fried chicken joint, but it's got like a Filipino noodle dish. You've got gravy. You've got some like different kinds of dessert pies and like pineapple drinks. It is delicious.
Didn't they recently build one out here in Philly?
I think in like northeast.
Because if that's the case, we need to go.
We need to go, but it's like, the northeast in Philly is like a 30-40 minute drive for us down in the South Philly.
Yeah, that's 23 minutes from me. I'm looking at it right now.
Okay, well then maybe we do a pop around town.
There we go.
We're gonna go get some bus up shut and some Jollibee.
There we go.
But that fried chicken is out of this world, and has all of the Filipino snacks that you can imagine. But I'm excited to know that there's one in Philly. Okay, the other thing that has me tickle Pank right now are rehearsals and the upcoming opening of 12th Night at the Wilma. You'll hear all about this in a future episode, but the piece is joy-filled and features Hot House members, and it's a lot of fun. So, Jaylene, what has had you tickle Pank this past week?
Definitely going public with the Albie news has me tickled Pank. I cannot wait for everyone to see this show, especially my goddaughter and all my little nieces and nephews. Like, I can't wait. I was also so freaking tickled Pank after doing my first open mic at Theater Horizon. So I led an open mic based on the production of Sandblasted at Theater Horizon. They just closed on Sunday. And unlike at the Wilma, where we, do our open mics on a Monday, on the day that the show is not going, at Theater Horizon, we tried it out doing the open mic after a performance, which at first I was like, I don't know how this is going to go. You just sit through a whole show and then you go to open mic. Like, who's going to stay? Is it going to work? But the energy in that room was incredible. The room was packed. They also have refreshments, so that was smart. Draw people in with the snacks, little cheese, little drinks. They had beer. They had it was like a whole reception, wine, cheese, all that. And then we maybe had, I think in total, only 5 or 6 people on the open mic list, but that was enough because again, you just saw a whole show. Yep. And it's not like it started directly after the show because people are mingling, blah, blah, blah. Yep. But everyone was so good. The energy was great. People were snapping and and yesing. And Jessica Johnson.
Yes.
Our guest from our last episode, did her first ever spoken word poem. And it was so good.
Oh, yo, that's
awesome. I was literally crying because I was so proud of her. And it was just so good. And this is what I'm saying. Like so many actors can also be spoken word poets because we already have the theatrical component there and we know what makes a good performance on stage. And so you combine that with the right words and it is just amazing. She was so good. And I feel like she just began a career as a poet. I think she should really do that more because it was really good. So I was really, really tickled pink about that.
Oh, I'm really glad to hear that went well and like that format was an experiment that succeeded, and maybe we can like tinker with some of your other open mics that you do with the theaters to do something like that. Anyway, all of that is so hot, and that's really hot that my fellow JJ tried something new and sort. So speaking of hot, let's get into our hot topic.
Hot topic. So hot topic is the part of our show where we highlight either myself or Justin as we bring to the episode something that we are passionate about in relation to the theme of the day. And since we are celebrating a shared milestone, having filmed as series regulars on a new kids TV show for WHYY/PBS Kids, we thought it would be fun to take a deep dive into what we did, the characters we played, and why you and your little ones should tune in this summer. So Justin and I have a few questions for how we can both talk about what it meant to be part of this TV show from the ground up. Okay, first question. Oh, I want some more juice. I should have brought the juice over here. Anyway, okay, let's get into this. Justin, can you tell our Pank Poppas about Albie's Elevator? And then we'll watch the trailer.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so Albie's Elevator is about a little furry, like monster-y type friend, and she lives in a magical elevator. And it's not your typical elevator. It's like a whole living area. There's everything from magic doors to magic characters that pop out of the doors, and the elevator can pretty much go anywhere. It's kind of like TARDIS for those people that like Doctor Who, but it's about this little girl navigating a big world and all of the big feelings in that world around her. She has many colorful friends, both puppets and humans, who live in her building, and the many, many local Philly artists she meets along the way. Each episode sort of has a lesson that she learns, and there's musical guests and the cutest puppets that I have ever seen. And it stars us and many other familiar friends from the Philly area, like Johnny Showcase and Ill Doots, among many others. I personally love it because it feels like if Pee-wee's Playhouse and Sesame Street had a baby, it would be this show. It's just like, it's about the world in this elevator, and then all of these characters, and then really heartfelt and considered lessons that she learns. And dreams really do come true, because ever since I was a young actor, people said, like, why aren't you on the Disney Channel? This is like what you should be doing. So it really feels like this is like a scratch that I'm getting itched here. So Jaylene, do you have that pulled up?
I do.
Yeah, let's watch it.
Are you seeing it?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, hi! I'm so glad you're here.
Get ready for a brand new show coming to WHYY this summer.
Genius!
Join elevator operator Albie as she explores the ups and downs of her own big feelings with the help of her neighbors and real artists. Come play along with Albie's Elevator, coming to YouTube at WHYY Kids.
Yay!
Oh, yay! I love seeing us up there like that. It's like we're actually on your TV. That's really fun. And Jaylene, have you been getting a lot of like messages from random people that are like, you popped up in my email feed, or like, I saw you on WHYY? Have you gotten that yet?
Not that much. I mean, kind of a little bit on Instagram, like people sharing, posts from other people talking about the show. But I predict we're gonna have a lot more of that coming up next week.
It's been fun to have some neighbors like stopping me on the street, being like, I just got this like newsletter and you're there. I didn't know. I was like, yeah, I'm an actor. Surprise. But seeing that video really brings back so many memories. So speaking of memories, Jaylene, can you talk a little about what it was like auditioning for, filming the pilot, and then filming the series, the whole story?
Yes. So this story actually goes back to July of 2021. Caitlin, who we mentioned earlier, reached out to me to audition for a different show on WHYY. And I was super excited because this was right around the time when I began making my commitment to doing more on-screen work. And so, I thought I did really well in the audition, but ultimately I did not get the gig. So, I was disappointed, but as we have to do in this industry, I released it and moved on. And so in November of 2021, so a few months later, Caitlin reached back out to ask if I wanted to audition for a kids show at WHYY. And this was funny because just 3 months prior, our studio editor, Tracy A. Cassius, told me that I looked like a kids show host because I was wearing this outfit that I'm about to show y'all. Can you see it? Yes. I have, for those listening, I have on this athletic outfit with that are leggings and a shirt, but it's very multicolored. I look like a multicolored cow. Pride cow. I look like a pride cow.
Pride cow. Yes.
But she saw me when I wore that. We were in Ithaca. And when she saw that, she said I looked like a kids host. And a few months later, that's when Caitlin reached out. So I actually wore that outfit when I did my self-tape because I was like, hey, Tracy said it. So let me look the part. And so I wore that. And when they brought me in to do my audition in person, it was my first time doing a scene with a puppet and a puppeteer. It wasn't Albie, it was a different puppet, but I had never done that before. I thought it was really cool. And so after, they asked us to prepare a scene, we did the scene. I did the scene with the puppet. And then they asked me to do a bit of improv where we like make up a song. Well, Pank Poppas, I felt right at home because I basically wound up doing a Pank freestyle. And it went really, really well. And I feel like had I not gotten all that practice with you all doing Pank freestyles, I would have been very nervous because I'm not actually great at freestyles, but we have been practicing. So I thank y'all for preparing me for that moment. And so yeah, I told Justin that Pank freestyles had helped me in an audition, but I hadn't revealed for what. And I got cast in February 2022, and the rest is history.
Well, maybe as the show airs this summer, we can share with the Pank Poppas our audition videos, which would be really fun and funny. And we don't have, of course, the ones from WHYY, but we have the ones that we filmed at home that got our foot in the door. It would be really fun to see that again. But yeah, so to share a little bit about the filming process, it was wild getting the script like right before or days before or the day before, or you're getting on set and there's changes. That is such a TV move, but one that we as theater artists, we love to sit with our script and memorize it over and over again. But this was like rapid fire questions, rapid fire memorizing. And then, I think we typically did things in like 2 to 5 takes, which in the film world is like really quick and shocking that we were actually able to do it that fast. But I was struck by how professional everyone on set was. And then like, it was this like, remember the lines, forget them. Remember the lines, forget them. Remember your blocking, forget it. It's just so you could make like space in your brain for all the new information. But it was so fun. What was it like filming for you?
Well, filming the pilot was great, but also scary. And I say scary because we did it out at this studio in New Jersey, and the set was very high off the ground. When you're working with puppets and puppeteers, they have to be able to, put their hands up and do the puppets. So they built that set high. And even though I love like roller coasters and stuff, I don't particularly like heights when I'm just like floating in the wind, like every time I had to step up on those platforms, I felt like scared. I felt my heart dropping, and there wasn't that much space. So you had to, make sure you didn't fall off. And every time I would get up or down, someone had to give me their hand, and I'm like easing on down like an old lady.
You're going down the road.
Yes, easing on down the road. It was still very, very fun. We had a great time that day. And then shooting at WHYY was, much better in terms of the height because it was lower to the ground. And I just loved that it was in Philly. And everyone on set was just so freaking sweet. Like, I absolutely love working with puppeteers now. And I developed just a newfound respect for all puppeteers because that joint is difficult and it definitely requires a lot of skill and stamina.
Yeah, agreed. I do not envy their jobs. I don't know how they did it day after day. So let's share with our audience about our characters. Can you tell us who you played and the kinds of episodes that you filmed with Albie?
Absolutely. My character is Rosie. And okay. My character is Rosie.
Yeah.
I'm the building manager in Albie's apartment building. Yeah. Albie often sees Rosie when she needs help processing like some of her emotions, like feeling sad or feeling disappointed or feeling left out or whatever it is. And so in one of my favorite episodes, Boxtown, Albie has created a town made out of boxes inside the elevator, but she's having a hard time accepting that she will have to take it down so that others can use the elevator. So in that episode, we learn about how some good things don't last forever, you know, and even though the show is for kids, I really think that adults can learn a thing or two as well, or at least be reminded of a thing or two. What about
Yeah.
you?
I
Who are
love
you
that. So,
playing?
yes, I played Jay, who is the handyman in Albie's apartment building, and he's kind of like the fun best friend type. The kind of like let's do something wacky vibes is always like when I come into an episode. But I also connect with Albie like a teacher would for a student. So I think maybe you give like some mom vibes,
Yeah.
momish vibes. I'm like a teacher. For Albie. And
Mhm.
our shenanigans were about like chasing imaginative play and doing what makes us feel good, but learning about moderation and
Mhm.
being considerate of others and how to fix things when they're broken, both literally and metaphorically. With my fix it bag. That's what I always say with my fix it bag. But I love how Jay is kind of like my own personality amped up. And I was in 9 episodes. And as we filmed them, the writers started to center the character more in my voice and gave me a lot of room for adding my own things as we were filming. And I think both my background, having worked at Disney and being a dad of a first grader, helped enormously. And also the performer playing Albie, Liz Dapo, was a complete rock star and a total sweetheart. And she was there every day while we were she was managing a lot in her life. So I love Jay and I love Rosie, and we are in 2 episodes together
Yes.
as Jay and Rosie, and we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. So, what were some of your favorite moments from either episodes themselves or behind the scenes?
Yeah. So besides getting to share this experience with my bestie here, because that's an amazing memory. I have to say, getting to work with the amazing team at WHYY and Big Howl, that was the collaboration. Big Howl is the production company. That was a highlight of the experience. I learned so much about what they do, the technical aspects of making a kids show, everything from like what a lighting instrument is called to like the way that their workflow was. That was all brand new to me, and they were all lovely and professional and hilarious people. In fact, our directors are about my age, which is somewhere older, mid, late, early 30s, 40s, 50s. And so they'd often make pop culture references from the 80s and 90s, and I loved that. I was like, I get what you're saying. I can sync it to this part right now because I get that.
Yeah.
But the biggest memory is actually a big secret. So there's a special episode where it involves a present and then somebody else bringing another present, and maybe that somebody else is a celebrity ?
That's
But I may have filmed with a celebrity, and it was everything I ever wanted. And I'm so glad it's on camera. And because I actually didn't take any pictures with the celebrity, I wasn't allowed to, but it's all there. And I'm so glad. And my favorite episode, I will say, is the pilot episode, movie night, because Jaylene and I were there. It was fresh. It was new. It was really fun. And I think everybody was figuring out what the show was. So it was just like all engines were firing. And it was just a really fun memory. So what are 3 of your favorite memories, Jaylene?
One of them is the full tomato twist episode. I can't wait for y'all to see it. That is one of the episodes that Justin and I are in. And it involves dancing. And it was just so cool and so just surreal to be shooting this with Justin right beside me. Like, I love being on sets. It just makes me so joyous. I love everything about it. So to be doing that and Justin is right there, like, it was just, that was a good episode and a good moment, a good life moment. Number 2 is the moments in the show where I had to dance to music that did not exist at the time. Oh, I'm just dancing, making up a song in my head, but grooving. So I'm very excited to see if they created music to put me on beat or not, or if I'm just gonna look like I'm off beat.
That happened to me too, where it's usually at the end of the episodes when Albie goes like up to the camera and then you're just in the back like dancing with Peppers, the Huggy Peppers friends, the Peps. And it's just like, I don't know if they're gonna put music in here or like fake talking to somebody.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, love that.
It was a great those were great moments.
Yeah.
And also, okay, number 3 would be interacting with Albie. Yeah, was a highlight for me. Liz is the person who voices and puppeteers Albie, and she's just incredible. I loved all of my moments with her, both in scene and between takes. She makes a lot of jokes, and she is just a joyous person. So joking around with her between takes as Albie, like I'm talking to Albie,
Yeah.
but it's just my favorite. And honestly, I could know cute and heartwarming, and
Yeah.
it's like I know Liz is there, but also it's like Liz is not there because I am just looking at Albie.
Yeah. And she
It's-
stays in character. She has
Yeah.
to keep her arm up and stay in the voice and the mentality. So I guess it's easier for her to just stay as Albie in
Mm,
between takes than like putting it down and getting back into Liz. So that was really fun between takes. You're just improvising or talking with somebody and you're like, what is real anymore?
yeah.
Yeah.
So, why should people watch this show, Justin? I think we should talk about that. What makes
Yeah,
this
yeah.
show stand out from, say, Sesame Street or Paw Patrol? Like,
Yeah,
what is?
this not that those shows aren't, but this is good quality kids programming. And as a father of a 7-year-old, there's so much junk and garbage TV out there that my daughter sometimes stumbles into.
Hmm.
And this show is like all of those things, but every episode is about learning about how to navigate the world as a little person. And it's not didactic, it's not preachy, it's not like wagging its finger at you or talking down to you. It's not boring, it's not dry. It's actually really sneaky in that way because it's entertaining first, it's joyful second, and then third, like you're getting surprised by these life lessons. And as you said before, it is so much fun for grown-ups too. There are some shows out there on TV that my daughter watches and I go and do the dishes, but every now and then there's going to be one on TV where like, OMG, I would watch this on my own and this is hilarious. And this is that kind of show. I think the age net for this show is also pretty wide. It's, marketed for preschoolers and early elementary, but I think there's really something in it for everyone. And it has so many mediums involved. There's puppetry, there's animation, there's live action, music, dancing, us, there's all of it. So why do you think people should watch this show, Jaylene?
I think you should watch Albie's Elevator because the arts are front and center. Like, that's what makes it, for me, I feel like that's what makes it different from other shows. Like, I love that this is a kids show based around the arts. Albie is learning all these lessons about processing feelings and things from artists that are right here in Philly and its surrounding areas. Like, not only is the show educational, but it is also entertaining. So you have like original songs from really dope artists like Ill Dudes and Johnny Shortcake. Is it Shortcake or Showcase?
Showcase is the adult version, Shortcake is the kids version.
Okay, because I thought I was wrong when I heard you say Showcase. And I was
No,
like,
you were right. You were right.
okay, yes. So Ill Dudes, Johnny Shortcake are just some of the artists that make original songs in this show. So, it's very well rounded. You'll get your education, you get your entertainment, you got music, you got dance, and you got local Philly talent, and you got us. Like, what more can you ask for in a show?
Okay. So my last question here is all about logistics. Jaylene, can you tell the Pank Papas how and when to watch the show, which episodes we're starring in, and ways folks can share the show with friends y familia?
Well, first, how you can watch it. So it is going to be on live television. If you are in the greater Philadelphia area, you can tune into WHYY TV channel 12. Definitely Monday through Friday at 9:30, but I think it also, didn't they say it also comes on the weekend at like 6:30
Rerun, yeah.
a.m.?
Yep.
Yes. So, but definitely the Monday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. Tune in. You can also tune in to WHYY's website. And I should have put that on the
That is
screen.
video.WHYY.org/live stream.
Yes, make sure you do that. So even if you don't have WHYY, you can still just right there log on to the website and watch live TV, watch WHYY live. And then the third way that you can watch is by going to WHYY Kids on YouTube, because each episode will also be uploaded there on the day that it airs on television. And so we want you to watch it live and then watch it on YouTube and write, positive comments on there, what you liked and stuff, because we want them to really know that y'all support and love the show, because who knows where it can go. So please definitely tune in and show love.
Boost, boost, boost. And just so you know, each of the episodes that airs live on TV, channel 12, WHYY TV channel 12, we show 2 episodes per viewing. And on YouTube, you'll see one episode and then the other episode uploaded after that. So it's a little bit different in that way. But we're about to show you which episodes we're in so you can tune in.
Yes. And as Justin was saying, you have your episodes and then you have your stories. So each episode has 2 stories, and the stories will be individually uploaded to the YouTubes. Okay. When can you see us? Well, for Jaylene, that's me, I am in 7 episodes. I'll be in there on June 13th, June 16th, June 19th, June 20th, June 21st, June 26th, and June 27th.
Yes, you are so spread out. That's nice. And then I am in 9 episodes here, and I'm in there on June 12th, June 14th, June 15th, June 16th, June 21st, June 27th, June 28th, July 4th, and July 7th.
Ooh, you're on July 4th, a little holiday episode.
I know. And I saw you were on Juneteenth. So look at us holiday programming.
That's right. Everybody should be home in the morning because they have off. Yes. Watch the show. And then the episodes with both of us, that is June 16th and June 21st.
Okay, those episodes are movie night and the full tomato twist.
Yes. So, we are just so very excited.
And we are out here forecasting.
We are forecasting what's coming up next with our Pank forecast.
I'm hi, L Morris from Il Doots. You're Jaylene's voice teacher. It's going well. Just wanted you to know that. Money well spent, Wilma Theater. Thank you for the investment into America's future. So let's check in with anything we have coming up and that we're excited about with this Pank forecast. So Jaylene, what are you looking forward to?
Pank Papas, pray for me because June got a lot going on. Up first, this Friday at World Cafe Live, we have Strut, a Harlem Renaissance cabaret. Friday, June 9th at 8:30. You can get tickets at worldcafelive.org, and you can use the promo code Harlem to get $15 tickets. That's promo code Harlem for $15 tickets. I will be in my full Harlem Renaissance flapper, Great Gatsby look. So come get into it. I'll be doing my spoken word poetry. A little song is mixed in there. Some pieces from Renaissance in the belly of a killer whale. It should be a good time.
And my friend Melanie Cotton is in that program too, who I just did The Play That Goes Wrong with, and future guest on the podcast. You want to catch her too. Yes,
and Cookie Diorio, who we just mentioned, is hosting it. And then we have my where is it? We have my, here it goes. We have my 12th night open mic 12th night? Yeah, 12th night open mic on Monday, June 26th at 7 p.m. featuring Gabriel Ramirez. You can go to wilmertheater.org/open-mic to register, sign up. That should be a good time, whether you come to listen or share. I hope to see you there. And then we have my baby, Verses and Rhythms, features only. This is a show that I'm curating at World Cafe Live, and it is going to be Thursday, June 29th at 8 p.m. Again, you can go to worldcafelive.org and you can use the promo code FEATURES for $15 off. That's promo code FEATURES for $15 off. This is going to be a multimedia poetry extravaganza. So please come, y'all. This one, I'm curating my name on this joint. Please come to this one. I'm also performing, so I would love to have that show packed out. What you got going, Justin?
Well, I'm going to be there and be square after a full day of tech. And thank you in advance for the comp, Jaylene. So here's what I have coming up. 12th night at the Wilma Theater. That's June 6th through 25th. WilmaTheater.org. Again, it is Shakespeare. It is a fresh take on this classic. Features all of the hot house. It's set at the beach. So who doesn't want some beach vibes right now? And some comedy and some music and me with pink hair and short shorts. There's a lot of skin in this show. Everybody is showing some skin.
Ooh.
I mean, it wouldn't be the beach without it. So I'll talk more about that later, but go to wilmatheater.org and see 12th night.
And of course, next week, y'all, in a few days, Albie's Elevator, WHYY, premieres June 12th at 9:30 a.m. You will see Justin's episode that day, and then the next day is my first episode on June 13th, and then we rolling. But you'll see us in every single episode because we're in the little intro. It's so cute. Okay.
And we're going to be boosting every episode that we're in. You better believe.
Hello. Make sure y'all following us on social media because we will share, some backstage moments that we've experienced while we were shooting, so that we can finally share with the public. So make sure you're following us, Jaylene Clark Owens, and then this Justin 215. All right. I feel like, if you let someone shenan once, they're gonna shenan again.
Did you work on that?
I didn't. That's something that has been on social media. That has been on social media. So, and I didn't plan to say it, so I may have messed it up a little bit.
She was listening. Social media was like, I heard you mention me.
I say all that to say, let's get into our shenanigans.
Our games. So welcome to our Pank games. Let's warm up with a very simple one. ABC. It's a classic. We're going to go back and forth, and we're going to start, Jaylene, with A, and our topic is Albie's Elevator. So everything we say has to be related, and we're going to tell you why. A.
Well, of course, A is for Albie because she's the star of the show.
B is for boxes because of your Boxtown episode.
Yes. C is for Sedwan, who was one of the puppeteers on Albie's Elevator.
Okay, then D, I'm going to say Dapo or Dapo. Liz, I'm sorry if I butchered your last name, but that is the last name of Liz, who played Albie.
E is for energy, because there's a lot of energy on a kid's show.
F is for floor, because we're always asking Albie to take us up to or down to a different floor.
G, right?
Mm-hmm.
G is for great, because it is truly a great show.
H is for hosts, because Jaylene and I and our co-stars Kelly Conrad are kind of like the hosts of the show.
Yeah. I is for interesting, because I think you truly will be interested in what this show will bring to you.
J is for Jay, the handyman in Albie's building.
K is for Kelly, who is the other series regular on the show. She's one of the neighbors, and What does Kelly play? Zia.
The
Yeah.
L is for Loretta. So Loretta is it's kind of like the spirit of the elevator, the machine that operates the elevator, and is a puppet in the show.
Yes. M is for manager because I am the manager in Albie's apartment building.
Yes. LMN is for new because it's a brand new show coming at you. We're not hopping on a train that's already moving. We were at the station when it took off.
Yes. O is for operator because Albie is the elevator operator.
P is for the Peps. So you're going to meet Huggy Pepper and the Peps. So the little tiny puppet, the cutest little puppet I've ever seen. And then there's a whole bunch of them. So they're called the Peps.
Q is for quiet because sometimes you have to be loud and use your elevator voice, but sometimes you have to be quiet. And that will make sense very soon.
Ooh, R is for Rosie. Hey, Rosie.
Ah, that's me.
Thank you for employing me in your building.
That's right. Don't get fired. S is for what is S for? S is for singing because Albie starts off every episode singing a song that she is making up, and it is that is also one of my favorite things.
Yep. Yes. That was really hard not to just laugh off camera because everybody on set has to be absolutely quiet, and you're just like, as Liz is improvising. QRST is for television because we are on TV.
U is for under because the puppeteer is typically under where you are standing, and they gotta put their hand up. And yes.
V, QRSTU, V is for variety. There's a lot of different people that you'll see on the show, a lot of different puppets, a lot of different artists. So no two episodes are the same.
W is for Wisher, for Yolanda Wisher, who is a poet, was once the poet laureate of Philadelphia, and she is in an episode. We're in an episode together of Albie talking about poetry, and I'm so excited for that episode.
Okay, X has to be for our stage manager or production manager. I don't know the titles quite, but the person that is on set telling everybody to be quiet, managing everybody, getting ready, the person who I think it's the stage manager. Their name was X, and they are glorious. They are awesome. They also have pink hair when we were filming. And so X, shout out to you.
Yes. And Y is for yellow because Albie is yellow, even though they say she's macaroni and she's colored. But that's a very close yellowy kind of orange.
Yeah. And Z is for our third friend, Zia, who is a delivery person in Albie's building. And I can't wait to see her episodes. We actually never had overlap with her except for filming the opening.
That's right.
Okay. Are you ready to debut? It's because it's
Hey Boo Boo.
Hey Boo Boo. Hey Boo Boo. You ready to debut? What does a ghost do when they're first coming out of their home? They debut.
What
does a ghost do when they're coming out of their home in the morning? They debut. Okay. Thanks for that workshop. Okay, this game is just 10 questions. It's like 20 questions, but it's 10. Okay. So Jaylene is thinking of something Albie related. You got it?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to try to guess this in 10 questions. Okay. Is it a human?
Yes.
Are they me, you, or Zia?
No.
Is it a guest on Albie's elevator?
No.
Is it someone that worked backstage?
Yes.
Is it the are they related to WHYY?
Yes. Yeah. I believe so.
Interesting. So these are yes/no questions. 5 more. So are they related to Howl, Big Howl?
No.
Are they
Getting
what?
close.
Okay. They're not WHYY. I
No,
mean,
I said they are.
they are. Okay. Um, okay. Did they hire us?
No. Oh, I thought you would have had it already.
Oh man. Did are they on a different TV show?
You mean what you mean? Like not on Albie? What you mean by that?
Yeah. Are they? Do they work on other TV shows?
Yes.
Do they do makeup?
Yes.
Is it Tanya?
No.
Tanya.
Yes.
Oh, wow. I didn't think I was going to get that. Tanya was our makeup artist who we love. I'm so sorry. I just said your name wrong, but yes. Oh,
Love
that was
you.
Tanya made us look good every day, was there when we were getting oily, was there with the
Yes,
fan, was there with the touch up. So Tanya, we love you.
Yes.
Whew, okay, let me think of something now. Okay, I've got it.
Is it a person?
No.
Is it a puppet?
Yes.
Is it Huggy Pepper?
No.
Oh. Is it a pep?
Nope.
Is it did I do a scene with this puppet?
Yep.
Is this puppet macaroni and cheese colored?
Nope.
Who else? Does the puppet have a gender?
I think so.
Is it a male puppet?
I think so.
Who are you talking about?
You've got 2 more questions to figure it out.
Okay. Is the puppet in an episode that you and I are in?
Yep.
What? I only got one more question. I don't know who you talking about. In an episode with yeah, we did that. No. In another one. Are they in the movie night episode?
Yes. Okay, I'm going to give you were out of 10 questions. I'm going to give you another hint.
In the movie night episode.
I'll give you 2 more hints.
Okay.
This puppet speaks in a British accent. And I don't think we ever had direct scenes with him. Tibbets.
See, I wasn't thinking of Tibbets as a
I know you weren't. But it is a full-on character with a life and feelings. So
is Tibbets considered a puppet if
Yep.
you can't puppeteer it?
yeah, the Tibbet's nose or thing moves like this and the lights go. So we talked about Loretta, who sort of controls the thing. Tibbetts is kind of like an information, like Siri almost, but in the elevator, and is like this box that is on the wall of the elevator and talks to everybody.
You're right. That was a good one.
All right. Well, I won.
You did. Not me. But I won because you're my friend.
Yay, pride. Okay, when's our next episode?
We don't know, but we hope that it'll be soon. I told y'all June is crazy for me.
Yep.
And Justin's in a show. And are you going right from one show into another?
overlapping by 2 weeks. There's 2 weeks when I go from rehearsal to show.
And you just did that, right?
I just did that. And I'm about to do that again.
It's nonstop. But we love you all, and we really want to do another episode and hopefully have a special guest. So just stay tuned. All right, here we are. Let's freestyle it real quick. I'm giving you a topic. Well, the topic has to be Albie.
Okay, Albie. My little friend is macaroni and cheese colored. She has a lot of things that she is trying to get covered. She's got big feelings and a big heart. So tune in so you can see her shenanigans from the start. Okay.
Good.
Okay, well then your freestyle, if I did Albie, you got to do elevator.
Okay. In the elevator, you know you're going up, and higher. And if you watch Albie's elevator, then you'll be feeling flyer because you're going to see some dope artists, learn some dope lessons, and you'll learn something new and feel like, man, this show is a blessing.
Yes, so good. We pulled it out.
We did. What is your proverb? So the proverb is, Justin's not good at these idioms and whatnot. So, child, I'm already putting the proverb up there. What do you give us a proverb about, making mistakes?
Sometimes you have an oops. So it's okay because there's always soups.
Yes, sometimes you have an oops, so it's okay because there's always soups. That's good because you usually have soup to make you feel better.
Yep, that's exactly. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
that was really good. That was really good. Well, friends, here we are at the end of our Albie premiere episode. Thank you for celebrating with us. Who do we want to thank?
We want to thank Jordan McCree, who wrote our music, Tracy A. Cassius, our studio editor, all of our past guests, and you, our followers, our Pank Poppas. Thank you who are tuned in with us right now. And maybe if you're listening for the first time, plug us on social media and subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, Insta, all of it.
All the things. If you would like to donate to us, please do. We are an independently run podcast, and anything helps so we can continue bringing you all joy. The next time you see us should be on Monday, okay? Seeing our faces on your screens, whether TV, computer, or phone, because we will be on Albie's Elevator Monday, June 12th. At 9:30 a.m. Please tune in. We love you all. And with that, we're going to see you next time. Oh, okay.
Bye.
Bye.